All right, I got the audio. How do I get the? How do I get the? Oh, there's the video. There's the video. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Really happy to be here in sunny Long Beach. It's your old pal Jordy Bear. Now, who do we got here? Who do we got here? Who do we got here? Oh, hello, Lawrence. Welcome to the QuestCast. First time I ever hosted one of these darn things before. How's it going? Must be AFK at the moment. Well, hello. It's a beautiful March in Southern California.
Fair.
I
Sounds like
love being in Southern California. Is that you? Is that you?
must be you. Nope, must be you.
Hey, how's it going? Let's see. I actually don't know how Travis likes to host these things. Well, what's going on? What's going?
Yep.
I didn't exactly tell him I was supposed to do this. Hold on. What's going on with the? Jordy, did you start the meeting without me? I didn't want to disturb you during your nap. Also, I didn't want the dog coming in. The dog thinks I'm a toy. Jordy, come on. What has gotten into you? Oh, I see you started the meeting already. Great. Thanks for that. You could have let me know, okay? What do we got here today? Oh, what's up, Lawrence? How's it
Uh,
going?
cool. Uh, how are you, Playboy? I
I'm doing really good. Oh, and someone else wants to say hi.
Oh
And
yeah.
not just Deborah, but this little guy, Tater Tot. No, you cannot have Jordy Bear as a toy, okay?
Oh yeah. You don't mess with Jordy Bear. That thing is gonna have. It's gonna go
Yeah,
to every single ship.
yeah, yeah.
Don't mess with that.
He's gonna stay on the desk, okay? He's gonna stay on the desk and say hi to everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Please keep me away from him. He's a little scary. Don't worry, Jordy Bear. It's fine. All right, buddy. All right. How's it going, everybody?
Great. In here.
Deborah?
It's me. Oh, oh, Deborah's here. I was like, yeah, I
Yep.
was thinking of like a big crowd, but nope.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to do laundry at the same time as this.
Oh no, that's no problem. Um, it is sunny and nice in
Mm.
Long Beach this month, or it's looking that way. Um, well, glad you guys can make it. Glad you guys could be together. I noticed we didn't end up doing did a beach cleanup not happen this month or
The home cleanup, no, it didn't happen this month.
oh okay.
So we figured we had enough events for the month because we're at six, possibly seven at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Well, let's yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, March is going to be pretty intense for us. Before we go into all of that, let's just to warm up with a little trivia before we get into the intensity of March. Want to do a little trivia about our ship class rather, the Quest ship class. Want to ask you guys, do you guys know what episode in any of the shows did the Olympic class make its first canonical appearance? Please read the question carefully before you make a guess.
Mm.
How about I give you a hint with some multiple choice?
it's edgy, it's all good things.
Oh, come
Mm,
on. I was gonna say that one. That was gonna be my
nope,
answer.
that's not the answer. That's not the answer.
Mm.
Because of the
Okay.
word
Fortune favors the
canonical.
bold.
Nope. Uh-uh.
Pathfinder.
No, it would be Lord X, yeah.
Yeah. Canonical appearance.
Oh, Cupid's last
All
arrow.
Good Things was a weird timeline thing. That didn't happen.
Right, but
It did happen, but it didn't happen.
the word is not canonical, it would be within this, well, within the timeline.
Current timeline.
Yeah, because it's also in the Star Trek RPG, which is kind of why I was wondering if that's where you are going at with that.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna.
I said episode, so it had to be something that aired on television.
Well, I mean, to be fair, all good things did air on television. That's the Frank part right there too.
Yeah, but it was an alternate timeline that did not end up happening.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Well, you're the writer, so you have writing experience. So yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that person
That's why
who
I asked
does
you to read the question carefully.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know.
All right,
March is
moving
messaging on.
on. Okay, big day tomorrow for the quest. Oh, and Dirty Bear will be there, hence why his little appearance is there. By the way, did you just hear my dog howl?
Oh, it's Chris Tucker.
Or Chris Tucker, the actor? No, it's Trip Tucker.
Well, Trip Tucker. Yeah, I was
Charles Tucker.
Charles
Charlie
Tucker.
Tucker.
Chris Tucker's in the Epstein files.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that was a sick joke.
Yeah. So we got a dual event tomorrow where we're going to the Aquarium of the Pacific. Uh, Preferably in uniform, be a lot easier to do it in uniform, because afterwards we're meeting up at this here lighthouse over here, the Lions Lighthouse, right at the Shoreline Park, and that's where we're going to have our quest photos in our Voyager uniforms. We are it was about time that the quest had a nice like photo shoot where we got to show ourselves off, photos we can use for publicity and stuff. I mean, the Estrellas just did a photo shoot and they look awesome. It's about time we did it, and we wanted to do it at a very iconic Long Beach location, really show off our hometown,
Hmm.
Yep, that's going to be a big event, big dual event. My brother-in-law, James, you'll get to meet him if you go. He's going to be the one taking the photos. He's going to be our photo taker, our amateur photographer, if you will.
I've learned something this week. Do not use the word photographer when talking to Travis.
Yeah, well, my first officer had a request for me. It's like, go seek a photographer. And I do know people who are photographers, i.e., they charge money and have
Hmm.
much more sophisticated equipment than just a phone camera.
Right.
But I was like, spend like I know someone would be like a couple $100 to get him to do it. I'm sure he would have been happy to do it, but I was like, is that what we want to do? And then Denise, our captain, our lovely captain, said to me, we just need somebody to hold the phone. That's all we need. We just need someone who's not going to be in photographs to hold the phone. So we got my brother-in-law James to come. So that's tomorrow. Wait, Lawrence, are you in town?
I'll be in town. No, I'll be in town in for WonderCon for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I always think like you're more. I always think you're like in San Francisco, but then you come down here. You're always here when I see.
Well, as a matter of fact, actually, WonderCon started in San Francisco, so I always go to WonderCon because it's like, oh yeah, follow the con,
Yeah,
nowhere to go.
I have a Jordy Bear on my shoulder. I don't have like a magnet to hold him there.
Mhm.
Sunday, March 15th, Bear will be accompanying us, and by us I mean the ship. I actually can't make it that day, but the rest of us who can't be there, Disneyland, Sunday, March 15th at 11 a.m. Obviously at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim. Uh, Now, I just wanted to make it clear, if you have a Disney pass, we'd love to see you. If you don't, that's fine. The ticket, we know it's not exactly cheap, but
Yeah,
uh,
California. It's
yeah, if you can come, we'd love to see you. Uh,
Cal- mm.
We do have people coming from San Diego, though, for that event.
well, that's great. That's great. You know what? Bet the people from San Diego don't get to go to don't have to SeaWorld compared to Disneyland. Come on. So it's probably a once in a lifetime experience, and you know.
For California residents, you actually get California like pricing. Actually, you
Oh,
actually can do,
nice.
yeah, you can do the California pricing instead of doing the standard regular pricing. Since
Yeah.
we're all California residents.
but they probably don't get to do what my wife does, which is like go to Disneyland like every other week.
Oh
No,
Um,
yeah, yeah, because you all got the magic keys anyway. So yeah.
I know.
Uh,
I'm of the mind that like I kind of miss when I was a kid and going to Disneyland was like a very special school field trip experience.
mm.
I miss that. It made it. I don't know. Whenever I go to the park, I feel like I'm getting more increasingly used to all the things in the park, and I kind of just um miss the spontaneity of it of going very little often. Um,
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, that's
I used to call annual pass.
I am not going to feel bad for you for going to Disneyland every other week.
Oh,
to
you guys
each
got
their own.
I used to call
Oh,
annual passes.
yes, and I think Denise and I go almost every week at this point.
Yeah, that's why Jordy Bear has this little pin right here. He did his little first. You had like a first like a commanding EXO meeting, if you will, at Disneyland this week, and you guys got to take him. So, but he'll get to go again. He'll get to have two visits
I think
in 1 month.
he's gonna have four in 1 month.
Oh my
How's he get?
God!
Wait, how's he get 4 in 1 month? I mean, he
Uh,
only got.
we're going again on Wednesday, so we're gonna have another EXO captain meet, and then the 15th, and then we're going on the
Right.
26th again, so we might actually take him with us before he goes somewhere else.
I'll be.
Um,
Don't forget WonderCon. Take him from WonderCon because that's the
Oh
thing I
yeah.
need. You gotta milk that out because you're going Saturday. Because you're going Saturday, right, Travis?
I did sign up to go Saturday. I did also sign up to go Sunday. So I guess I'll be going for at least one shift on both those days. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to it. I was gonna say speaking of which, but we haven't gotten there yet. No, next up is the Cat Paws bowling event, which is going to be Saturday the 21st at 3 p.m. What a missed opportunity. I'm telling you, Deborah, they should have called it bowling for cats. Like bowling for soup, bowling for cats. That is what you're literally doing. You're bowling on behalf of the well-being of the cats, the title. Anyway.
yes, we are.
Yeah, it'll be at the Westminster Lanes. I want to say, I'm trying to remember, did we go there? I don't know. Well, I don't even know if you were there or if either of you were there. I remember the Akusa did some bowling event a while back, and I remember going, and I don't remember which bowling alley it was.
I think it was
Um,
Tisha, but it wasn't this one.
okay,
This one, I mean, I went to the Cat Paws bowling event last year. It was a lot of fun. They basically, it's like some bowling, and then they have food available, and there is a raffle that you can enter, and all proceeds go to that charity.
nice, nice. Well, these are some of the cats. At least one of these cats,
Yes,
right, has benefited from cat paws.
the middle one.
The middle one, little that's
Nutmeg.
a nutmeg.
That's
Um,
actually is from Long Beach Animal Care Services.
okay. Oop.
And Charming on the end of the bed was found in the streets of Anaheim. Actually, she was found 2 blocks away from Disneyland.
Oh.
She's a Disney cat.
She looks like a Disney cat too. She's very pretty. Not pictured is Big Mama Una. Um, I had a hard. I was stalking your Facebook to try to see if I could find a photo of all four of them together. I'm
And
sure it exists. I just couldn't find it, so I
it's
went
like
with the next best thing.
it's actually really hard because Una doesn't really like other cats, so it's pretty rare for her to be in the picture with all four.
Uh, so is this bowling information accurate?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if you don't want to bowl, it's just $25, and there's other things to do, but 45 gets you the whole shebang. Yeah, that sounds like some fun. It sounds like a lot of sore arms from that day. I can just feel it. All right, waiting for the big one. Uh, oh, and it just so happens Anaheim Convention Center is in that photo because that's apparently Starfleet Command now. At least when they shoot in Southern California. Uh, Yes,
term.
WonderCon.
Yes.
A list of a couple of things you experience at a well, not just WonderCon, but any convention. As if I'm talking to anyone who's never been to a convention like this. There's our captain communicating with some robots. Um, I
Murphy
told I
money suck.
money suck. Yeah,
Why do you think you sign up for the shift for that? For every, why do you think you sign up for the
you,
shift?
yes, yes, yeah. Either on the Quest page or the Akusa page, sign up. Have they figured out the Friday signups filled up yet? I understand that's hard because everybody works on Fridays.
I think they
Yeah.
need people on Friday, and I think there is two spot on. Last time we were told there were two spot on Saturday. I don't know if they're still there, but I think they really need people on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Friday's mostly setup day anyway. To be
Hmm.
frank.
And Denise, if you're watching this, I really do like that picture of you. I think that's a very you photo. Um, yeah, another photo. I think this is from WonderCon. Yeah, because
Yeah, it
she's
is.
wearing yeah, because Denise is wearing the uniform. Yeah,
That's
so
that's a very old picture though.
It is old. And I can tell where it's facing at too.
well, this year WonderCon maybe the Quest could do with some group photo updates. Um, yeah, I'm not even wearing my uniform. I'm going as a different captain, Hawkeye Pierce. Uh, but yeah, the Fleet booth, the Quest, and the Yakuza are co-hosting together. Um, I know the Yakuza they're talking about like doing kind of a 10 forward slash Quarks bar type vibe for the booth this time.
Mhm.
To make for an interesting photo op. I know that Denise purchased a roulette wheel to attempt to turn that into a Dabo wheel. I
Mm.
don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen or how we're going to go about doing that, but it's a fun idea. Yeah, I say contact Denise if you'd like to volunteer. Well, I guess these directions are outdated. Yeah, just go on the Quest or Akusa pages. Um, find that sign up link, assuming all the signups aren't full. And if you still want to go, I don't know, reach out to Denise or the people at the Akusa. Who's the captain of the Akusa now?
Maybe Isa? Should be
Yeah,
Isa.
Isa. Okay.
Should be Isa.
Yeah,
but I think Jeremy is the one coordinating since he's the local admiral for both ships.
that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Or Jeremy. Awesome, awesome. Actually, we kind of flew through March pretty fast. It doesn't feel that busy. My stress levels are going down now because of that. Uh, yeah,
I haven't done it yet.
just seeing it laid out makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah, next week, same time for Saturday. Um, I said no Star Trek spoilers to worry about because Starfleet Academy will finish its run, and we won't have a currently running Star Trek show. So,
So
um,
before we before we leave, apparently there is only space for Friday now. There is 5 spots left on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's filled.
okay, all right. So if you don't work on Friday or otherwise have that day free, we'd love to have you volunteer to run the booth. Do it. It's so much fun. It really is so much fun. Okay. Future events. Yeah, we wanted to do another brunch at Hops Hut sometime in April. And let's see, what else? What else? Ooh. Oh yeah, creature. We wanted to make some like do some craft. We want to do like a craft event in a sorry, not March, April. Want to do like a crafting event with April. We're hoping to get a booth for Long Beach Comic Con in September, and we were thinking, oh, we should build up our props that we can show on display to impress people and create fun photo ops. Uh, be nice to do another karaoke event. Maybe I'm just being a little self-serving in that regard, but I think it would be nice to do another karaoke event. Um, and then yeah, Long Beach Comic Con, 5th through 6th. That's like Labor Day. It's Labor Day weekend.
It is
Uh,
Labor Day weekend.
yeah. So yeah, Long Beach Comic Con, they're under new management now. There's like a new owner that's taken over the convention. We're hoping to get. Let's see. You said, Deborah. You said that you applied, or
Yeah,
we've
we applied
applied.
for both last week, and we won't hear back until mid-August.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll just go forward and assuming that we'll get a booth until told otherwise. If not, maybe we'll just make that a hangout. But I love Long Beach Comic Con. I like the smaller cons. Feels local. Feels intimate. It's very sweet.
Hmm.
Um, as always, we got senior staff openings if you're interested, and here they are: chief engineer, CMO, quartermaster, security chief, science officer. It's funny this week. So I'm on the handbook committee for the because we're gonna update the fleet handbook. So I'm on the committee for that, and we just finished drafting the new thumbnail, the new descriptions for each of these positions. Um, so part of it is just to make sure, like, CMO, you don't need like a you don't need like a medical degree or anything like that. You should just be like, you know, no little
Right.
first aid and stuff like that. So yeah, we were just talking about this week. Very productive conversation. It was not a slog fest. Um, here are the senior officers of the Quest, just so you know what positions are filled, and you can see we have a couple of like de facto positions that we'd be happy to hand off to other individuals. I should change Sean's label to just Helm. That was something else we talked about at the meeting. Should we use helmsman or just helm? And we went with the smaller, more gender neutral term. So I'll fix that for the next one. Yeah. I don't know what else. What else?
An academy discussion.
I am 2 episodes behind.
Oh, come on. I'm
I
down.
I am
Boo.
2 episodes behind because every episode's an hour long, and when Denise gets home late from work and
Hmm.
has to get up early the next day, it's like, do we
Oh,
want to spend
yeah,
like 60 minutes? 60 minutes plus, like, I don't know, pausing to use the bathroom and stuff. It's like,
yeah. Hmm. Oh,
it's the
yeah,
reason
yeah.
it's the same reason we're moving slow in our Sons of Anarchy watch together.
I
Um,
know.
so um, yeah,
You
yeah.
go.
Unfortunately, we're behind on
Where are you at
that.
right now? Where are you at right now? Like,
Well,
I
the
know
last where we left off is the episode where
the theater episode, the theater, when Toby
no,
comes in.
no, I heard about the theater episode. No, we didn't watch that. No, no, no. It's the Darren was gonna get married,
Oh yeah,
decided not
the
to.
Kozak. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Kozak.
Cosine,
The Kozak.
Caleb and Lady, the girl with the lines on her face. I forget her name. They were doing some mischief on campus
Oh
during
yeah,
holiday break.
Genesis. Genesis.
Genesis. That's right. She has a cool name, Genesis. Um, I guess they had to create some in canon version of Christmas Break without it being Christmas Break. So,
Well, technically, it could be. Well, let me rephrase that question. It could be spring break, but anyway, bottom line is they did. They really did just make like a little small. They just did like a 4 day break because they did just came back from their big mission, so they need to recover
yeah,
and distracted.
yeah. So we're behind on that, and then Deborah, I know the show's not your cup of tea, so maybe that's okay. Um, um,
I stopped after the second episode, so that's where I'm at.
um, which is funny because the second one was the one that won me over. So I'll just say, like, if the second episode didn't get you, it's definitely not for you then.
That's
Uh,
fine. As your wife and I discussed, I found a new hobbies on Saturday, which is crying on my couch watching This Is Us. So not Star Trek related, but there is definitely crying.
the good kind of crying, not like when Michael Burnham cried like every other episode the first two seasons of Discovery.
The good kind of crying.
uh,
I started their new show, Paradise,
from the
and
same creator.
same creator, same music composer. That's actually how I realized the two shows were related. The music's the same. And same, well, same lead actor.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting science fiction show, Paradise. I'm watching The Pit, which to me is like I feel like that's a show to like that's a current show to recommend to people who like Star Trek. If you like Star Trek for the whole like a group of people working together to solve a problem and address a crisis and just like you know I mean I wouldn't say it's exactly competence porn in the way that like classic Star Trek is, but um it's just a bunch of professionals um working together to deal with you know save people's lives and address problems. Fantastic show. Pitt is a fantastic show. It's gory because they're very realistic as to what goes on in an emergency room, but it's more for realism, not for shock value. Damn good show. If you have HBO Max, check it out. If you don't have HBO Max, don't worry, because if you have Paramount Plus instead, all that stuff is going to be ported into Paramount Plus in a couple of years. So just hang on.
I mean, I was surprised by the number of things Netflix is getting now that's technically only HBO Max or Paramount. So I'm assuming Netflix is also making deals. So maybe two Netflix not that long.
Well, I know that like HBO since they did the Discovery merger, a lot of old HBO shows get went to Netflix because uh, to David Zaslav's credit, he's like, how are we not? What's the point of having all this good stuff if we're not like selling it to other platforms? That's how we can make good money up front. Like, I don't want to be reliant on just trickle down subscriber numbers. So that's probably why
No,
you're
you
seeing a lot of HBO shows on Netflix right now.
yeah, because like it's easier to it's actually easier that way because Netflix is neutral. It doesn't have like any like not part of a big brand, anything like the big legacy names. So Netflix is
Well,
like a big avenue.
not
Take it.
anymore. Not anymore. They tried, but Paramount outbid them. They tried to get Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Provided that the FCC goes through because that's the final say.
Provided a lot of things,
Yeah.
but that's a more complicated discussion. Um,
To be
uh,
fair, I wish Disney would actually get Star Trek so that we could get a Star Trek land in Disneyland.
okay, when I go to like when Denise takes me to California Adventure, and we stay long enough to watch The World of Color,
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
would be
yeah.
lying if I said I didn't fantasize about like seeing Star Trek stuff projected in the watercolor show, and I'm just like, like you know what I discovered.
But think about a big enterprise in the middle of a sh like an enterprise ride, or that could
Fly
be
a
fun.
shuttle through whatever. Obviously there's got to be like a Quarks bar or a 10 forward or something
Yeah, with Gar.
Mhm.
with God.
Oh, I just had
That's
golf.
uh,
Sorry.
you know you know what
And
I
also a green drink.
Oh,
ooh yes.
Orion drink. Listen,
No, it's
It's green.
green.
green is Orion. Well, I mean, Orion. Some of Orion drinks are green, to be honest.
Yeah. But well, if that's the case, Scotty didn't know. Uh,
Mm.
it's just
Whatever. I'll
Scotty
give
didn't
it
know his
one.
alien whiskeys. Yeah,
The
no, actually,
Yeah.
entire ride could be ways to fix the warp core before you explode and are blown to pieces.
ah, it's an escape room. Get I mean, he kind of did that. with escapology.
To be fair, I think Disneyland already had an escape room. It's called the Lego store, and the goal is to escape before your credit cards run out.
Oh, that's true. That's so true. Yeah, actually, I was learning a lot. I'm doing research for just on the download a little uh, totally apolitical podcast that my buddy and I do on the side. We're actually recording later, and I was doing because we wanted to talk about the Paramount Warner merger, and I did some research. I wanted to look up like what are the bit most like in terms of total revenue, what are like the most profitable franchises each one owns. And I gotta say, I was a little, you know what the most profitable franchise Paramount owns currently? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not
So
not Star Trek, which makes me a little mad. It's like, oh, that's your guys' fault, and you never knew how to market that thing properly for decades.
hmm hmm
Yeah, SpongeBob is a more valuable IP in terms of total revenue than Star Trek.
Star Trek. Wow. Yeah, I am missed. Why is it the
Uh,
I mean, I think marketing is the bigger issue with Star Trek, but like they never really had like the reason I would have guessed the Ninja Turtles is because it was everywhere,
yeah,
like toys and t-shirts and like I've never watched it for some reason. It just went over my head, even though I'm technically that generation. But I knew what it was just from merchandise. I just never realized that the way they were calling it in France and the US meant it was the same show, but that's a different problem.
Well, let me make this simple. If you watch the 1980s one, the one with James Avery, that one you probably be familiar with, and you probably can guess what people's age when they watch it. Is it really?
I
Right.
imagine that's the one that Phil watched because I know Phil's really into that.
Yeah, well, Phil wants me to. That's the thing. Phil wanted me to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, I know the generic. It's not called this way, and it has different words and different meanings, rearranged differently. But I think we're talking about the same thing."
Uh, I guess I'm okay with it. Like I can be okay with like okay, it's kids stuff. It's like kids like, and it's kids stuff that came out after like the '80s when like the government said it was okay for TV cartoons for kids to just be toy commercials. Um,
Right.
but it's like man, Star Trek's been around for 60 years. And they
It's
have
good.
all this cool iconography with the phasers and the spaceships. Like, you know, a lot of Star Trek fans love to say like, "Oh, I love Star Trek because of the optimistic vision of the future and the camaraderie and the characters." I'm like, okay, yeah, that's great, no, but I like Star Trek because the starships were freaking cool, and I thought shooting a phaser looked fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't care about that crap when I was 4 years old. Okay, no, like friggin'
hmm
Voyager flew by. I was playing with spoons as a kid and turning them upside down because I thought they looked like Voyager. I still think spoons look like the Starship Voyager. Yeah, there's none of that utopian feelings. I didn't get any of that until I was older.
Mm. All right.
I'm just being contrarian.
I mean,
Well,
when I was a graduate student, I was doing a lot of like geochemistry work. So a lot of things was like wash sediments, pick out foraminifera, and pick out like a specific species. So they grow like shells of carbonate. And one of the two species, the exact in the description that was given to me was one looks like the saucer of the original Starship Enterprise. The other one looks like the saucer section of the Enterprise D. And I'm like, okay, now pictures. So I think it is, in the culture, it's just not as prevalent.
you've been like, and this ugly thing looks like the saucer for the Enterprise B.
Well,
And this uglier thing looks like the E.
one of them looked more like the Voyager social section, and the other one more like the Enterprise D, actually. But yes.
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask is like I had a prompt for a discussion, but it seems to deviate it. I was going to ask, what are your quintessential good bad Trek episodes?
Mm. Never can go first. I can't think of any bad ones yet.
Oh, okay. Um,
Define good, bad.
uh, terrible, terrible story execution, but ironic with ironic entertainment value. Like some Star Trek episodes are just like really bad, like bad that they're unwatchable. But some classic example, Threshold. Threshold is the most insane Star Trek episodes ever made because it's like I say insane because the meta text of the plot feels like a descent into insanity as to how increasingly nonsensical it gets. Like it starts out kind of reasonable, like, hey, we're doing experiments on how to go faster in warp, and apparently they just solved trans warp in like a couple of days just by putting their thoughts together and working together as a team. But then like Paris turns into a salamander for some reason, and they give like a lip service example of like he devolves, but that which is one of many examples of Star Trek not understanding how evolution works. No, he didn't devolve. He evolved. The idea was like he's of some future state of man, of human. Again, evolution is not a preset path. That's not how that works at all. But and then on top of that, kidnaps Janeway, the whole salamander babies,
And then they
and
left the babies.
it's a certain point where you kind of have to like get it from 1,000 yards. You get to like you get to the end. You look at it from 1,000 yards, and you wonder. To quote the Talking Heads, you might ask yourself, "How did I get here?" it's just no, that episode's funny. That episode's it's funnier the second time you watch it. Um,
Okay, the Q and the gray.
oh, yeah, okay, yeah, not as like
Oh, Susie.
batshit, but the one where the Q are at war with each other, but it looks like the Civil War of
Yeah,
Voyager.
Oh yeah.
he tries to procreate with Janeway.
Or ended up with the female Q, which just turned out to be Susie. Susie
Mm.
Clarkson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has some. It's a stupid episode, but it has some like the incongruity of everything makes it like adds some weird entertainment value there. Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, the
Spot.
moment you put John Delancey, you know, it's going to work.
Yeah, doing like a Gone with the Wind rift.
I know. Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
Sub Rosa. Sub Rosa was the bad
Yes.
one.
Classic.
That was a
Classic.
terrible one.
But I don't think it was because he said good bad episode, and I'm like, that's just a bad episode.
Oh, it is a bad
No,
episode.
that is a good bad episode. I mean, come on. She has sex with a candle ghost.
Exactly.
Like and then and freaking like Gates McFadden is just like going all in with like moaning and writhing around in her chair, just like orgasming on screen. It's like what is happening here? Apparently that was one of her favorite episodes to do because of how unlike anything else she had done on the show up to that point. It was like such a departure from everything that she just like went all in on it, and apparently does not have regrets at all. Good for her.
It was a bad episode because it was 4.8 on IMDb out of 10. So it really was a bad episode. Just from everybody.
It's a higher score than I would have expected. I guess maybe they were lenient on the ironic value. Yeah, that's a good bad episode. I don't know. I'd say like Genesis, another episode where everyone devolves because they don't know what evolution is. I will say that episode is the plot is stupid, but it has good horror value. Like it's actually kind of a scary episode. If you just if you just like negate the actual explanation for everything and just go, everyone's turning into monsters for some reason, and just don't listen to Data's explanation or what happened, like it's a good horror 45 minutes. It's a good Halloween episode.
Mhm.
Um,
Mm.
has anything from New Trek like hit? Has there been anything in this modern era of Trek that has kind of hit the level of it's it's bad, but outrageously bad? Not just like simple bad, but like outrageously bad. Um, the first thing I could think of is the entire second season of Picard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it felt modern. It felt like it was going modern, like actual,
You
like
know,
actual LA thing.
there's a bunch of episodes in Discovery that I would probably put in that category too.
And so,
I just
um,
remember like when I finally, what kind of made me go, what the hell's going on, was in Picard, was when Agnes starts singing out of the blue to create a distraction for some reason that was never really clear. But she starts singing, and the band in the room like plays along with her, even though she wasn't supposed to sing at all, and it just turns into a scene from a Ryan Murphy show. Like, yeah, I don't. I was like, is this like? Did this just like turn into American Horror Story all of a sudden, or like Glee? You know, just um, weird choices and ideas that season of Picard. Just 1 10 hour. Um, so bad it's funny. Uh, all right, that conversation. I know. I keep thinking there should be more,
Oh
but
yeah.
maybe.
I mean, TOS had pretty
US had a ton of them.
um
Spock's brain.
fine.
What besides Spock's brain though? Because like that's the one everyone points to. But Spock's brain is like that. That's a very insane episode. They
What
took
the one with McCoy? I forgot the name of that episode now. Like, there's a telepath somehow involved. Like they
I
were
know
in
there's a I know there's an episode entitled The Empath, but I don't know if that's the one you're
this
thinking
one.
of.
Yes.
Okay, it might be that one. Turnabout Intruder.
Yes,
If
it
you
is the
if
empath.
Okay, I was gonna say the very last episode of TOS, Turnabout Intruder. If you can stomach the very uncomfortable sexism going on in the episode, that apparently women can't be captains, just ignore all that and go in for some of Shatner's wildest crazy acting. That can be a laugh fest.
Oh, come on. I learned English watching TOS because I could actually understand William Shatner.
It's interesting you can understand you learn how to speak English through William Shatner, because everyone knows him for speeding up and slowing down, and how he like talking like that instead of I would have thought it would have been granted I've spoken English my whole life, but I would have thought like maybe it would have been easier to listen to someone who speaks like at a consistent pace. But
No,
it's interesting you learned it from Shatner.
the way he speaks is actually a little bit more, I guess, like a French speaker would speak, I think. Like not a
Hmm.
French speaker speaking English, but a French speaker speaking French. So I think that was closer to me. But also, I think, when you're learning the language, you can't make up all the words. And so he paused in places that were like, okay, it's important for you to understand that. And then you can actually reconstruct the meaning even if you don't have the full sentence. I think that's what was helpful. But also, there is no like slang in Star Trek. So that helps.
Yeah, I know. What makes Shatner's acting interesting, because I don't think he's a bad actor. Like people make fun of how he talked in TOS, but I don't think that's bad acting. I think what he was doing was he was speaking as if he was speaking those words for the first time, which is why he did the speeds up and slows downs as if he wasn't just saying delivering lines, he was speaking them like he was trying to think of what the next word was to say as Captain Kirk. And that's how William Shatner acts. And when you look at that perspective, you kind of realize like he's actually he's actually a pretty good actor.
I don't
Um,
actually like him a lot as an actor. Like I like most of the stuff that he's done, not just Star Trek.
mhm,
I don't know. To me, he has that like easygoing attitude. Like it
mhm,
makes it look easy even though it's not, kind of deal.
mhm.
Or he makes not like makes acting look easy, but makes what needs to be done easy, even though like what the character needs to do easy.
Um, Lawrence, you put down that Lower Decks has some bad episodes. I don't believe you. Prove
Yeah.
me
Oh, I
wrong.
mean, maybe the night. Well, maybe the bottle episode, the cave one, got a little bit worse because it's pretty much just recounting their visits, their
Oh no,
experiences.
the cave episode is
Well, when I'm reading on the internet, so I mean, like you gotta. I figure, like I don't know
no.
any
It's got.
better.
Don't listen to what the internet says. This is about what you feel. This is about your experience. What you think is like what you've gotten enjoyment from. Don't listen to the. Don't look at the IMDb scores.
I wasn't looking at the IMDb scores. I was just looking at the. I need to do research. Gotcha, research. Gotcha,
Oh,
research.
there's another bad TOS one, the one where they met the hippies.
Oh yeah,
Yes, the space hippies.
this face
Yes,
heavy.
Oh,
I forgot the name of the episode, but
oh,
something Way to Heaven or
the
Path.
way to Eden. The
Yeah.
way to Eden. Yeah, I was thinking it had some like garden type name. Yeah, the way to Eden.
And
I don't even
it had,
remember what the plot was. I just remember the space hippies were annoying. It's like, okay, someone's taking out their microaggression on the counterculture right now.
I haven't
What
watched
about
TOS in a very, very long time. Maybe we should have a TOS watch party.
you know?
Ah,
I
What
mean,
about
some
Stranger
of
World?
the stuff, so like the menagerie is still pretty good. Like it's holding. Uh, the one with Edith Keller, I forgot the Guardian.
Oh, the City of Forever.
City of Forever. That's a really
City
good
on the Edge of Forever,
forever. Yes.
Yeah.
the one that Harlan Ellison uh, sort of wrote, but then Gene Roddenberry heavily rewrote, and he got very mad about that.
Whatever.
And also the one where we discover the Romulans are cousins of the Vulcans.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Balance
yeah,
of Terror, the first one,
yeah.
the first Romulan one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first one and then one.
The Tribble one is good too. See, there's a few good episodes we could watch.
Oh yeah,
Why
good
don't you go
ones.
to
Yes.
Why don't you go to Strange New Worlds? Let's go to Strange New Worlds and see if there's any bad episodes. I want to see everyone else's
Called Four
take
and a
on it.
Half Vulcans.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think that's good bad though. Like I found that insufferable to sit through.
It's bad,
Top that.
bad.
I could
It's
top
it
that.
it's like it's bad comedy. Like the problem is that episode was trying to be funny. I didn't think the jokes were funny. I didn't like the way the Vulcans were the way what it meant to be Vulcan was characterized well in that episode. It's just like, oh, you're Vulcan now, like, and that just means you automatically act like this. And I just thought that was. I mean, I know that we're talking about fictional alien races, but I just found that like kind of offensive. Actually, maybe it's because we've known the Vulcans for a long time. I was like I was going to elementary school when Enterprise came up, so a lot of what I learned about Vulcans came from that show, and that did a lot to develop them as like very dimensional. Which is not to say they never did that with Spock either, but like so just to see them like I don't know, it felt like that element is like someone who's never seen Star Trek but knows the Vulcan. Like, no, Spock's whole thing was, I don't do emotions. It's like someone like that wrote the episode and just had the one joke and then just riffed on that. And I didn't like that. I didn't really like that.
I think I didn't like Strange New Worlds this episode with the one where the kid was basically like almost like had to like be stuck in that little box hooked with wires and everything. That was like the
Let
hidden part.
lift us
That
to
was the
where
darker.
suffering cannot reach.
Actually, that's one of
Well,
my favorite episodes for it of Strange New Worlds.
I
Yeah,
hated
that
that
that felt
episode.
felt like a prop. That felt like a classic, you know, like a classic Star Trek type episode. Very, or a Twilight Zone type episode, which a lot of Star Trek episodes could work as Twilight Zone episodes. I like that one a lot. I know the ending is messed up,
I think
but
that's why I like it so much because the ending is so messed up.
yeah,
I hated it. Someone with Lindy Booth. Someone with Lindy Booth. You-
The one where they were actually stuck in a holodeck and they were solving a mystery, that one was also insufferable.
I had to watch that. I think I have to watch that episode too. That's Comic Con.
I think I forgot the name of it.
that was this most recent season.
Yeah, I mean, season three has really bad stuff, like the wedding too, like the wedding episode.
Yeah,
Wedding episode. Oh yeah. That wedding episode. Yeah. Verlaine and Q.
yeah. Yeah, season. If I whenever I get around to probably when the series ends, if I watch it front to back, which won't take me very long. It's only 46 episodes. Um, I have to rewatch season three again. It's like I remember some like there were some bad ones, but I didn't remember like the consensus seems to be among fans is that like season three was the bad year for Strange New Worlds, and that and it's like okay, and of course whenever I think of season three, I just think of the fact that like poor Nurse Gamble got demonically possessed. And I didn't hate that. I was like, okay, this is different. This is I mean, I'm not saying it was like the best thing I ever watched, but I was like, okay, this is a different direction to this is a different kind of arc for Trek. Okay. I applaud the effort.
I really like the last two episodes, like the one where Ortegas gets stuck with a Gorn on a planet or asteroid
Mm.
or a moon, whatever it was. I guess a moon. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot. Um, but the rest of the season, sometimes I was like, I kind of was wondering what the hell they were thinking. Actually, no, there was one that was really good. The one where there's a scavenger ship that attacked the Enterprise, and then they realized it was like a lost human colony.
Oh yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah. You almost like yeah.
You know which one I'm
There's a lot
talking
I can
about?
unpack about that one, but that was a very interesting premise. It was like they did Enterprise's Terra Nova, but like better.
Yes. Well, I think Terra Nova was different, actually. It was more like they were lost, but they weren't exactly lost.
Hmm.
Like, as in, like, they lost contact with the colony, but they knew that colony existed. This one, I don't think they even realized it was still there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's almost 4. Um,
Do you have a tater tot?
Tater Tot is in another room. I'd rather not call him because if I call him, he gets excited, and then I have to de-excite him, and
I
uh,
know.
just
I
let
don't know.
let 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 calm puppies be calm puppies. You notice for the opening, if you stuck around for the opening intro, we played the song "Here Comes the Sun" to symbolize Tendi. Thank God I played that through my earphones because that's Tater Tot. That's the song that goes off on our Alexa machines to tell us that Denise is home from work. So thankfully, he did not hear that on the speakers. Otherwise, he had thought Denise would have come home early, and he would have been really excited and confused. But I just thought that song symbolized Tendi to a T. Anyway, it's great to see you guys. I
Yep.
look forward to seeing you Deborah, we'll see you tomorrow for photos. Lawrence, I'll see you if anything at
WonderCon.
WonderCon. Yeah,
Yeah.
big month of March. Let's
Mhm.
carry on. I was about to
It's
say Excelsior, but that's a Marvel thing, not a that
that's
doesn't
the song
stand
that
lead
I've
to.
been. I will survive.
I will survive. Hmm. All right.
Yep.
Take care, everyone.
Later,
Good luck,
guys.
as Old Spock
Take
says.
care. Later.